part 4.
Yo.
All right, he gonna start it off on this.
All right. So, what we're gonna talk about is Israel. So, there's a lot going on with Israel and Palestine, obviously, but I just want to point out some facts. So, we talked about in one of the segments how nationality and ethnicity is different. So if you're born in Israel, you're Israelite. If you're born there, you're technically an Israelite. But everybody that's occupying Israel are not original Hebrew Israelites.
You can't be born in Israel because Israel doesn't have a place.
Israel's a state now. And the reason why I say that...
Yeah, but I'm just saying you can't be born in Israel.
You can be born in
because
Israel.
Palestinian land is Palestinian.
Okay,
but go ahead.
The reason why I'm stating this is because on May 14th, 1985, the head of the Jewish agency proclaimed the establishment of the State of Israel, and the U.S. President Harry S. Truman recognized this new nation on the same day. So the actual state that we call Israel, didn't become before May 14th, 1948. That region was called Palestine. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm stating to you is on May 14th, 1948, David Ben-Gurion, the head of the Jewish agency, proclaimed the establishment of the State of Israel. Before that, Israel was never proclaimed to be a state. It was a region called Palestine. So let's think about this. How long has Palestine existed? How long has that region existed? Since the beginning of the time. But you telling me that it only got proclaimed a state and established as a state in 1948? Well, let's say this. Well, who occupies that land? There are a group of people called the Khazars, the Khazarian. They are nomadic Turkic people. And they are from the modern European Russia, southern Ukraine, Crimea, and Kazakhstan. They created what is the duration for most powerful. Okay, there's a lot to read. So basically, what I'm saying is the Khazarians, which occupy and call themselves Israelites to this day because they occupy that land, they are not truly aboriginals of that land. The people who occupy Israel to this day are from Russia. They're Russian. They're European Russian. These are the people who occupy Israel. Israel, ladies and gentlemen, do your research. As much as America supports Israel, it didn't become a state until 1948. I'm going to leave it at that, and we can elaborate. We can go into the dialogue. But Israel was not a state before 1948. It was called Palestine.
Okay, so he just kind of laid it out for y'all. Let me lay out what I think. Germany wanted to execute the Jews. They killed a lot of Jewish people.
Can I
go ahead? Because I want to go into
the person who led the persecution of the Jews was also a Jew. A lot of people don't realize that Adolf Hitler was a Jew.
I'm not disagreeing.
Make that make sense.
I don't know if he was a Jew or not. If that's what he said, I don't know.
I'm gonna let you.
I never even thought.
I'm gonna look it up while you talking.
So all I'm saying is, I'm going to make this real short and sweet. The Jewish people that was in Germany, Adolf Hitler tried to eradicate the Jewish people, killed 6 million Jewish people by torturous means. The Holocaust that the Jewish people went through was horrendous. Not cool. Not cool.
Right.
The Jewish people wanted to find a land after they went through what they went through Adolf Hitler. They wanted to find somewhere they felt like was their holy land. And because of their religious texts, they said, hey, you know what? Palestine is, that's where we should be at. And so the Jewish community moved to Palestine. Palestine came over there and said, you know what we went through back in the goddamn German days, hey, we finna use them same tactics and goddamn me air out these motherfucking Palestinians. Palestinians been living in Palestine for years, ain't bothered
thousands
nobody.
of years.
Ain't bothered nobody. They just out here, they just chilling. You know
Thousands of years.
So boom, the Jewish people went over there because they felt like they had some type of biblical standing with that area because they feel like that's their homeland. And the Jewish people went to airing out the Palestinians. Palestinians is a Muslim people. The Jewish people, they believe in the Torah, which is the Old Testament. Right? So right there, you have that beef going on. Now, they went over there in 1949. Hey, we got to get these niggas up out of here. Now, let me tell you the reason why America is fucking with the state of Israel and the reason why we backing them militarily wise. Because a lot of Jewish people have infiltrated Hollywood and politics and a lot of business that's going on in America. Israel is really lightweight running America. This is just my funky ass opinion. I could be wrong. But Israel being a Jewish state, and because Jewish people have so much power economically, politically, and money-wise, that's the reason why. What do you? No, go ahead. You found something?
So,
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off. So in the Bible, I don't know if you realize, in the Bible demonizes Egypt as being evil, right? The pharaohs, Egypt, yeah, like they talk about evil, Egypt being evil.
Because that was like spiritual, mythical people.
Right.
They practiced magic.
And the Egyptians.
Yeah. I can see that.
It's in the Bible. It says the Egyptians, they had the Israelites as slaves,
which is not true.
So America, we know that America is a Christian country, right? Peep this. If the Bible, the King James Bible, which America subscribes to, if they really truly feel like that, it says right here, Israel is designated by the United States as a major non-NATO ally. They're not a part of NATO, but they're a huge ally. And was the first country to be granted this status alongside Egypt in 1987. Israel and Egypt remain the only countries in the Middle East to have this So basically what it's saying is Egypt and Israel is the only Middle Eastern countries to be considered as an ally in America. Now, if America is a Christian state, which believes that the Jewish people are the true people and that Egypt is evil and they had to... Why is Egypt and Israel two countries that are supposed to be at odds with each other due to their historical interactions? Why would Egypt, who had the Israelites as slaves, according to the Bible...
Because
listen, look at this, ladies and gentlemen, so you can read it yourself. I know it's going to be backwards. Let me read this to you again.
Yeah, read it.
Israel is designated by the United States as a major non-NATO ally and was the first country to be granted this status alongside Egypt. In 1987, Israel and Egypt remained the only countries in the Middle East to have this designation. So if you read the Bible, where was Moses? Moses came from a family that couldn't afford him. They put him in the river, they pushed him, and he went to Egypt, and he was raised. Moses was raised as an Egyptian.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm following. Where you landing this plane at?
So Moses is the same person that told the Pharaoh, "Let my people go." Because they were subjugated and enslaved by the Egyptians. So you mean to tell me in 1987, Israel, who was subjugated to Egypt, they both were given this new credence by America? That's like, in layman's terms, that's like saying he's a Blood and I'm a Crip. If you know the history of the Crips and Bloods, I'll give you a short synopsis. So, the Crips were first. They were terrorizing neighborhoods. Then the Bloods, they started their shit to combat the Crips. Mm-hmm. So what you telling me is America said, hey, Crips and Bloods, I know that y'all don't have the greatest history, but y'all the same thing. Y'all are allies now. Does it make sense for somebody who's been biblical enemies
Can I give you my opinion?
to become allies?
Can I give you my opinion?
Please do.
This is my opinion. And please, once I give my synopsis, break it down for me.
Okay.
This is what I get from people that came from Egypt that said that they were enslaved by Egyptians, which they weren't enslaved by Egyptians because it was more people of Israel descent than it was Egyptians. And first of all, let me just say this about Israel people. First of all, y'all didn't believe in one fucking God. Y'all believed in a whole bunch of different gods. Y'all took on the mindset of having multiple gods like how the Egyptians did. Y'all believed in multiple shit. That's why God goddamn me fucking cast your ass out into that desert because you wanted to goddamn me believe in that cow. Can we say that? That's why that's the reason why. Now, you wasn't a motherfucking me slave. You were mad because in Egypt you were not getting paid a fair wage, and y'all decided to hold a rebellion against the Egypt people, and y'all said, man, we're not finna work for y'all no more. Now, first of all, what was the Hebrew Israeli people working for? You wasn't building the pyramids because they was already built. You wasn't doing that. You just didn't like how you was getting paid. You wasn't slaves. Niggas wasn't whipping you on your backs and none of that shit. The Egyptian people was not mistreating y'all. Y'all was mad because you felt like you wasn't getting paid fairly for whatever labor that y'all had.
I just thought of something too.
Hold on, let me keep going. So I say that to say this. Jewish people feel like they are the chosen people.
Now, keep in mind, he's talking about the Jewish people. So
I'm talking about the Jewish people of today.
But look, look, what I'm saying is, I just told you that the Jewish people of today didn't come about until 1948. So they couldn't be the Jewish people of ancient times.
But that mind, that
But do
lineage,
you see what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying that
the people who claim they're Jews now couldn't have been the Jewish people of ancient times.
It's the same thing, bro. It's not the same thing. They consider themselves as Jewish people back in the day.
They couldn't have been.
They couldn't have been
because you know what?
Religion morphed into what it is
what I'm
right
saying
now.
is, what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, if Egypt is in Africa and the Jewish people of ancient times were enslaved by Africans who were Egypt's, keep in mind, Moses, they said in the story, Moses, who's supposed to be Jewish, he hid in Egypt because he looked like the Egyptians. So if Moses was able to hide, peep what I'm saying, if Moses was able to hide in Egypt and actually become a fucking he was a high rank officer in the Egyptian army. If ancient Egypt is African people, that means that Moses had, if he was able to hide in plain sight.
What are we disagreeing on?
We're not disagreeing. What I'm saying is Moses had to be black.
No, ain't nobody saying he wasn't black.
So what I'm saying is,
I don't disagree with that at all.
So what do the modern day Israelites look like? Are they black or are they white?
They white.
So what I'm saying is, these modern day people who claim to be Israelites cannot hold credence.
Well, that's not what
cannot hold credence to ancient Egypt. I mean, ancient Israelites.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Well, you
It's
said,
not what I was saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
I was saying that the yesteryears of the Israelites, the Israel people, the Jewish people, I'm not talking about color. I'm just talking about what happened. That's all I'm saying.
But if you
I'm saying
about,
that the Egyptians did not have the people that were Jewish people and they weren't even Jewish people because they believed in multiple gods back then.
Right.
That's the reason why they were. That's the reason why they was in 40 years in the desert because God came down with those two tablets because they was worshiping different gods.
Now I see what
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay, I see what
they were black.
Right. So what I'm saying is the people that are claimed to be Jews now,
they're white.
Their whole plight of we were treated like this. You couldn't have been. You couldn't have been treated like that.
But how were they treated though? They weren't slaves.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
They weren't slaves because the people who are claiming that didn't even look like the people who was the Jews at that time.
What I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. They couldn't have been.
I agree. I'm saying all I'm saying is I'm just trying to break down the lightweight history.
Right.
Jewish people black people are the original Hebrew Israelites. We are the original Jews. I don't believe in being a Jew. I don't believe in all that shit.
But if you go to Ethiopia,
but we are the original.
If you go to Ethiopia,
we are the original people.
Their Judaism predates European Judaism.
And the reason why I'm not a part of the Hebrew Israelite is because African religion predates Hebrewitism and Christianity and Judaism by thousands of years. And because we just don't have enough information, we do got the information, but it's hidden from us to talk about that. Bro, that's just even like, what's the shit called? The Creole shit, the voodoo shit. Yeah, that's a part of ancient. That comes from Africa, but it's talked down on black people. It's demonized.
Right. If you think about black culture and everything that we are naturally accustomed to, it's demonized. Gold teeth. You think niggas in America had gold teeth first? Gold teeth, even just gold chains in general.
No, hold on. I don't think people really understand what you're saying. Please start this over and break down gold teeth.
The rappers today, with the gold teeth and jewelry and shit, when you see black people, this is not something that we started. Niggas don't even know. Niggas don't even know this is a part of our heritage. Gold, when you think about gold, where can you find the most gold? What continent?
Africa.
So you think that a continent where gold, you can find it, is plentiful. You think that niggas wouldn't already wearing gold too?
Actual people in those sarcophaguses laid up like the kings and shit with golds in their mouth. They don't find niggas with cocaine and tobacco. Bro, they don't found niggas with tobacco in their system, and tobacco is not even a natural resource in Africa. It's only natural in America. So they were saying that, bro, in order for them to have tobacco in their system, they had to travel to motherfucking America.
What people don't realize,
man, come on,
is the ancient Egyptians, the blacks, they were already.
Hey, we gotta stay on topic.
They were in America.
Hey, we gotta stay on topic. This is about.
Matter of fact, if you look at the symbol of Horus, the falcon. That falcon that the Egyptians used is only native to the Americas. A lot of people don't know.
It's not about. We talking about Israel right now. Let's stay on topic. Right. Okay, so Israel and Jewish people, bro. Let's just be real. Israel is trying to take over Palestine because they feel like that's the closest thing that is God-like to their land, and they want to fuck off a whole. Bro, they're committing genocide. They're committing human genocide in Palestine, my nigga. It's an open air prison, and not only that, bro, they killing everybody over there. Now, as a black person in America, that's none of my motherfucking business because I'm black. I got to worry about white supremacy over here in America. I hate that that's going on in Palestine, but nigga, it ain't none of my goddamn business. I hate that y'all going through that, but I'm not finna protest and none of that shit because y'all niggas wasn't protesting about shit when it was niggas going through the shit we was going through over here. Where was y'all at then? Where is our visas at? Where was... But the Palestinian people don't have power like that in their country. Israel don't fuck with niggas. Bro, the biggest threat to Israel's And you can go on YouTube right now and see that a woman that's a powerful woman, I can't remember her name, but she said the biggest threat to Israel is black people.
Oh,
she said that black people
get treated like shit in Israel.
She literally said the biggest threat to our Jewish lifestyle and our religion is black people understanding that they're the original Jewish people. This is out of her own
And can I say this? Keep in mind, I was talking about nationalism and ethnicity and things of that nature. One thing we fail to realize, Judaism, being an Israelite and being a Hebrew, is not a nationality. Judaism and the state of being an Israelite.
Break down Jewish, and I love the way that you.
And when you're Jewish, that means that you subscribe to.
It's not a race.
It's not a race. Anybody can be Jewish. I don't care where you're from. If you practice practice Judaism, anybody can be Jewish. Jewish is not an ethnicity. It's not a race. It's not a nationality. You are practicing an ideology. Your ideology is not a religion. It's not an ethnicity. Anybody can be Jewish. The word "ish" means that you're like this.
What separates Jewish people from Christianity?
Judaism is the belief of the original Torah, which is
Old Testament.
The Old Testament, and they do not acknowledge the New Testament. All Jews look at Jesus as, they don't look at him as a Messiah.
They don't look at him as shit. Yeah.
Jews consider Jesus to be just a prophet, not a Messiah. Because there were a lot of they do. There was a lot of prophets. Muhammad was a prophet. There's a lot of prophets.
Yeah, but Jewish people don't consider him.
They do.
A prophet.
They consider. They do not consider him
That's
as a
why they
Messiah.
do now.
No, they don't consider him as a Messiah. A Messiah and a prophet is different. You could be
so
a
the
prophet.
only Messiah that Jewish people have is Noah.
No, Jewish people don't have no Messiah. There is no Messiah because they are the chosen people. In their mind, they're the when you're the chosen, you don't need a Messiah. Because they believe that they have a direct line to God. They don't need a third party. Only the Gentiles need a third party to talk to God. The Jews are under an impression that they have a direct line to God, and they don't need that. There's no Messiah. There's no third party. That's the difference between Judaism and Christianity. Christianity has a third party, which is Jesus, to get to the Father. Judaism, no third party.
And my thing is with Jewish people run everything. Jewish people run everything. I'm sorry, no, I'm just telling you how I feel. Jewish people run everything. The state of Israel is ran by Jewish people, and guess what? America is run by Jewish people as well. Hollywood is run by Jewish people. Goldman and Sachs, the whole banking industry is run by Jewish people.
What kind of Jewish people?
I don't give a nigga. Jewish is Jewish. If you
Jewish is not Jewish.
Jewish believe in white supremacy.
Jewish is not
Jewish people believe in white.
Hold on.
No,
Jewish is not Jewish because you can be Jewish. Anybody. This is what I'm telling you. Anybody can be Jewish because it's not an ethnicity. It's a belief. It's a belief system.
Okay.
It's an ideology.
I'm talking about Jewish. Who runs? Who? Let me ask you this question.
The Khazarians. The Khazarian Jews.
Who do you think is the more? Who do you think runs America right now when it comes to religion?
To religion? I don't know. I can't say.
We're going to war right now for Israel. That's a Jewish community, right?
But that doesn't have anything to do with
religion.
What I'm saying is,
it has everything.
It doesn't have nothing to do with religion. It has something to do with power.
Who has the most power in America? If you had to take white people out of it, put a religion to it.
Christianity.
Okay, I disagree. I don't think it's Christianity. I think it's Jewish people.
It's more Christians than Jews in America.
Every Goldman and Sachs, every banking industry is run by Jewish people.
I get what you're saying.
Hollywood is run by Jewish people.
Khazarian Jews, yes.
Okay, that's Jewish. It's Jewish people. It's the Old Testament.
But the
motherfucker.
Jewish people that we call Jewish are really just Europeans, is what I'm saying.
I
They're
just
just
said
Europeans.
that Jewish people and white supremacy is the same thing. What's going on right now in Israel is white supremacy. It's ethnic cleansing. It's genocide.
Okay, I can agree with
Yeah,
you.
that's all I'm saying, bro. I'm saying that Jewish people right now, Israel state is a proxy for white supremacy to try to fuck up everything.
As it's always been.
Yeah. Israel, y'all some hoe ass niggas, bro. Y'all some hoe ass niggas. But guess what? I'm black. I don't give a fuck. I'm just giving my motherfucking opinion. I'm black. I'm gonna stay black, and I'm gonna die black. I'm not from Africa. Never fucking been there. And hopefully one day I can go there.
Right.
I respect Africa. I love Africa. But Africa, y'all got to do better with black Americans over here. Y'all got to start really reaching out to us for us to fuck with y'all, because too many of y'all come over here and y'all shit on us, bro. And that's facts.
And what he's saying is, to elaborate, he's saying that Africa as a continent and all the countries of Africa should initiate the truce between Africa and the Americans. Because guess what? If you think about it, white supremacy wouldn't have been able to accumulate the slaves that they did without without African kings being a part of it.
I'm gonna be real with
We're
you.
gonna keep
Fuck
it real.
all that bullshit. All of the continent of Africa, y'all should be saying black people in America, what y'all going through over there, y'all need to be over here. Y'all take y'all hustling and business.
Some countries are.
No, some
Let's
are.
keep it real.
Some
Some
are.
are.
Some
are
are.
offering
Maybe
us,
2 or 3.
Some are offering us dual citizenship.
2 or 3. But we need the whole continent to be like, now, y'all come back over here and we gonna give y'all resources because we know y'all some real hustling ass motherfuckers. Look what y'all did. Look how great that black people have done within white supremacy in America. Why wouldn't you want us over there? Boy, if you took all the black people in America and you put us in Africa, we would turn Africa fucking out.
I don't
Fuck
know.
you, mean.
I don't know. Because guess what? Africa is colonized just the same as
We wouldn't have let
colonized.
that shit happen.
But Africa is, can we agree that Africa is colonized right now?
Some parts.
Africa doesn't own Africa.
Not all parts.
Not all parts, but a lot of parts of Africa have been colonized.
You got to do business with other countries to get other resources, right?
You do, but I'm talking about the colonization of Africa. It's to the point to where China is starting to colonize Africa right now.
What do you think the population is when it comes to blacks, whites, Chinese people? If you can be a gambler, man, what do you think would be
Blacks
the percentage?
populate the most of Africa.
So you would say if you could put a number on it?
Yeah, I say.
No, I'm saying if you could put a number, what
if
would
I
be your
could
number?
put a number on it, Africa is populated by at least 80% to 90% of the populace in the continent of Africa.
So how do
But
you think
that 90% does not own the rights to certain resources or are in control, because Africa is sold out. It sold us out. The ones who, everybody didn't come from Africa, but the ones that did, I want to let you know that you cannot just blame the white man, because you were sold into slavery. The white man didn't go inland. Most people need to realize most of the Africans that came from Africa to America, they were sent to the Ivory Coast, and there's a port where the Africans got on a ship and were sent to Africa. The Europeans did not go inward. There was only a few tribes that actually fought the Europeans and got into it. Other than that, we were handed on a silver platter, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't like the Europeans gathered all their forces and went inland into every country in Africa. It didn't. We were handed on a silver platter. They didn't. We didn't. It was only a few motherfuckers that actually. What's the tribe? What's his name?
This been the Bulletproof
Yep.
Podcast. We on your ass for the next time. We got one more podcast coming up. I wasn't trying to cut them off, but bitch, we been drinking. We finna have fun on this next one.